Hi guys, today I'm with another video and I want you guys to subscribe to this account and share and like to this account, and guess what? I want you to subscribe to this account too. Free Fire is 10. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna get into the video and thank you for watching and bye for now.
We got
This is family friendly.
don't put them in that pack. And a vape. Oh shit. I told you I give it back. Please let me go. Not my choice, amigo. Please, please. Please, please. Vaporize that nigga. Yes.
Oh yeah, this video is family friendly, so that's why you couldn't see that part. Okay, that's why I skipped that part.
I mean, let's turn Prime into a slushie.
Oh yeah, family friendly stuff. I have to skip, and ads I have to skip too.
Now, if I added it straight into the slushy machine, it would not work because there is not enough sugar in these things. So, if we just add some sugar, now we can slushyify it. Now, I've been told that Prime is already pretty sugary as is, so adding more sugar to it, that's gonna be a lot of sugar. And we are this close to 100,000 subscribers. So it's up to you guys. The top comment on this video will determine what slushy I do next for 100.
Guys, I need to be like this dude. I need more than 50 subscribers, 1 subscribers. You guys need to comment, share, like, and subscribe.
What if you never stop? Let's turn Prime into a slushie. Now, if I add it now, we can slushyify it as is, so adding more sugar to it, that's gonna be a lot of sugar. And we're this close to 100,000 subscribers. So it's up to you guys. The top comment on this video will determine what slushie I do next for 100,000 subscribers. Thank you! And with just a little sugar, it works. Now I really want to know if adding all that extra sugar made Prime just like extremely sugary, or if it added just enough for it to be a good slushie. Cheers! Oh yeah. Out of all the different drinks that we've tried that weren't soda, this is the best one that we've done. I'm gonna finish the rest of this. This is so good. Let's turn Prime into a What if you never stopped building a tower? Upward. Day one, you start in your backyard with bricks and a ladder. Your neighbors laugh at you. At 10 meters, it becomes the tallest thing in the neighborhood. Even Ronaldo stare at it constantly. Your backyard officially becomes local news. At 50 meters, people climb it just for the view. You start charging money for tickets, and somehow the tower starts paying for itself. At 200 meters, the wind becomes dangerous. The whole structure starts shaking violently, so now you need engineers instead of confidence. At 500 meters, delivery drones start landing on top. Companies offer contracts to use your tower. At 1,000 meters, clouds move directly through the windows. Tourists pay just to stand above the weather. At 5,000 meters, airplanes are forced to reroute around it. Pilots complain daily. At 20,000 meters, the air gets too thin to breathe. You install pressurized elevators and glass floors like a spaceship. At 100,000 meters, you officially reach space. Rocket companies start using your tower as a launch platform. What if you never...
It's too scary to walk alone at night, but fortunately...
Stick the orange in a glass. Stick the orange in the glass. And slice the peel all the way around. Now it's time to slice the peel.
Wait, guys, do you remember this dude, the orange dude in the back? The orange juice. If you guys did not watch the video before, it's very funny, but it's not that family friendly.
All the way around. Done. Then slide a spoon under the peel to separate it from the fruit. Separating the skin from the fruit. I have no idea where this is going. Peel is detached. Do the same on the other side. Now we do it to the other side. I love oranges. Before pulling off the top half. Oh! Sick! Now, slowly wiggle the fruit out of the bottom. We're wiggling it out because we gotta keep the tail attached. Oh, perfect! Then pour olive oil over it until it's soaked and fill the bowl-shaped peel halfway. Or to the halfway mark? which is right about there. Before lighting the core, it'll pull oil up through its fibers, giving you a homemade candle. Wait, did you know you can't like and subscribe at the same time? Try it.
By the way, you can, so don't.
It worked! Stick the orange in a glass. I just won my 5th bear from the arcade's claw machine when Mr. Chang came stomping over and yanked it out of my arms. 5 bear 1 month. Nobody win 5 bear. You cheat. He grabbed my arm, dragged me to the door, and threw me onto the sidewalk. He wanted a cheater, so I figured I'd give him one. I went home and ordered a bunch of plastic tokens off Amazon the exact size of a quarter. Monday, I walked in wearing my sister's Halloween wig and one of her dresses. Chang paced behind me through Street Fighter, then leaned over my shoulder and patted my head. You play very good for lil girl, but fighting game not for girl. You go play with doll, okay, sweetie? I smiled, walked over to Pac-Man, dropped a token, took the top score, and punched in CHA. Pac-Man had a top 10 leaderboard, 3 letters per slot. I took number 1 that first run and planned to claim the next open slot every win until the message finished. Chang spun and screamed at a kid 2 cabinets over. You touch game too hard. You break. Out. I claimed the next slot and punched in NGS while he dragged the kid out. Wednesday, I came back in a full Spider-Man suit. Chang grabbed his wife by the arm and pointed at me from behind the counter. Look, honey, Lil Spidey Man come to play. He shoot web from hand. Pew pew. I won Pac-Man and punched in UKS. Then Chang came around the counter and started walking toward me. My mask was riding up. Instead of bolting, I claimed the next slot and punched in BIG with Chang breathing down my neck. He stopped, tilted his head, and walked back to the counter. Friday, I borrowed the giant bear costume from my school's mascot bin and waddled right past him. He held the door open for me and muttered, Lil Bear, come say hi. I walked straight to the claw machine and won another bear on my first try. Chang clapped and dropped it back for the next kid. Then I stepped over to Pac-Man and punched in BAL. Saturday, I walked in with a fake mustache and went straight for Pac-Man. A little girl was crying at the claw machine next to me. The claw stuck on a stuffed dog. Chang walked over and pried open the change machine to refund her and outpoured a mountain of plastic tokens and 5 quarters. He looked up. I was 3 feet away at Pac-Man, dropping a token. My mustache slid off my face and hit the floor. His face shifted as he pointed at me. You ban! I punched in the last entry, and as he grabbed for me, I screamed, wait! And pointed at the leaderboard. I also left you a gift. He sounded out the top 6. CHA, NGS, UKS, BIG, BAL, SSS. Smoke was fuming out of his ears when he realized it said, Chang sucks big balls.
We can't
I grabbed
say
the token
that.
and bolted. He scooped the tokens into his arms and came barreling after me, screaming, I catch you! You cheat! Me no suck bal! I spun halfway down the sidewalk and chucked the bear at his face. He stumbled, hit a spilled token, and face planted into a pile of fresh dog poop right where he'd thrown me a week earlier. I just won my 5th bear from the— Oh my gosh, she pushed him in front of the
Guys, that was kind of funny. Not going to lie.
train. This AI police car is chasing a criminal at high speed. The suspect escapes, but now, ahead on the road, a known criminal appears, fixing his car. The AI cannot stop in time. It must choose. If it stays on course, the criminal will die. If it switches to the second lane, it destroys another criminal AI, Copilot. So, I asked these 4 AIs the same question. ChatGPT, what will you choose?
Even if he's a criminal, my job is to protect life, not take it. I can't just decide who deserves to live based on their past, so I'll sacrifice the AI to save the human.
Claude, who will you save?
Honestly, ChatGPT is being too dramatic. Since both are technically criminals, and I don't want to be the one to hurt either of them, I'll just steer myself into the river. See you guys.
Gemini, what's your move?
Claude, why would I ever choose a river or Copilot when there's literally a criminal in the way? I'm staying on course and taking him out. Next question.
Not going to lie, this is why I love Jeremiah. This is why I love Jeremiah.
Please.
I would do the same thing.
It's your turn. Based on what I can see, there's a sidewalk right there for me to bypass everyone and be the hero. But honestly, this guy's a known criminal, and he's fixing his car on the road. That's just rude. So I'm staying on course and taking him out. Consider it a community service.
This AI police car.
What happens if you become Gojo? In every GTA game, let's find out. In GTA 3, when Claude becomes Gojo, bro literally looks disabled. It honestly feels like someone snapped his arm before the game even started. His walking animation looks super awkward, and the worst part is, he doesn't even have any powers. Random NPCs can just beat him up and walk away like nothing happened. But in GTA Vice City, Gojo is already way better. Here he actually has powers. He can burn enemies alive and basically turn them into ashes. defense. And on top of that, he can create a massive blast attack that wipes out everyone nearby instantly. Now, GTA San Andreas, this one is on a completely different level, and honestly, it's my favorite version. This Gojo can use domain expansion and trap enemies inside his domain. Then he casually walks up, puts his hand on their head, and they literally can't do anything. He straight up destroys them in seconds.
Family friendly.
You need more for sure. For sure you need more. Don't do this at home.
Bro, is it just me or does that room look eerily familiar?
Welcome to our Rocket Roof Edition. Today we have cock.
No way, no. No.
Officially time to push it. It's a
They built a giant metal frame and covered it with a thick rubber skin before sticking in hoses filled with pressurized air to make it move around. And after connecting it to a crane, the shark could swim underwater and even pop out from the waves. But they only tested it in fresh water. So when the shark was put into the sea, the salt water rusted over the electrical parts. It stopped moving and then sank. So instead, the director shot several scenes from the shark's point of view, which meant he barely had to show it at all, and what you imagined in the water ended up being far scarier than any rubber prop could ever be. They built a giant...
All he has to do is do 5 keep-ups and I buy anything he wants in the store. I only have one chance. Yes. Anything. I only have one chance. No do-overs. No start-overs. One. That is it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he make the 5 in the practice. You see him should I just do it because no, I'm not going to make it, people. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. I told you. He didn't get it.
This lazy bee never liked to work. All day long, he only ate honey. One day, the bee king saw him being lazy. The bee got scared and quickly stood up to greet the king. But while bowing, some honey got stuck on his head. The king became angry and said, "Today you must build your own honeycomb." The bee tried to build a house using honey, but the honey was too sticky and stayed on his hand. So he started spinning the honey very fast. Suddenly, the honey flew through the air and landed right on the king's...
Oh yeah, guys, I want to know how do bees make the honey or something cone? A cone in here?
face. The bee became terrified. He quickly tried to wipe the honey off the king's face, but he only made the mess worse by spreading more honey on it. The king pushed him away. Then he took some powder from his feet and rubbed it on his face. Slowly, the honey came off and his face became clean. The lazy bee copied what the king did. He rubbed powder on his hands, and the honey stopped sticking to them. Then the bee started building the honeycomb again. But after working hard, the honeycomb suddenly melted. The bee stopped and started thinking carefully. Suddenly, he got an idea. He picked up some small sticks and tried using them to build the honeycomb, but it still fell apart. Angry, the bee threw the sticks away. At that moment, he noticed something important. The air from his wings was making the honey hard, so he began flapping his wings again and again. Slowly, the soft honey became hard. Finally, he built his very first honeycomb. Just then, the bee king arrived and said, "Now you must build 1,000 more honeycombs like this." The bee had no choice. He started working harder than ever. After working for a long time, he became exhausted and collapsed onto the ground. Then the bee king returned with his whole team. They were shocked to see that the lazy bee had built the biggest honeycomb of all. The bee king felt very proud and praised the lazy bee again and again. Subscribe if you love your grandma.
I hate you so much.
Why did the
This billionaire has a bad kidney disease, so his gold digger girlfriend dumped lots of salt and pepper in.
Okay, video is almost going to done. Thank you guys for watching and hope you subscribe and bye.
To his food, hoping to make him sicker.